Oh, what up, boys? So today we got a little bit of a different video. So I don't think anyone has done this. I'm going to be doing ranking of all the anniversaries through first anniversary till 6, which is the current date that I'm recording it right now. So I'm an OG One Piece Manga Rush player. I played this game since the OG launch. If you didn't know, One Piece Manga Rush originally came out, I think, was it around 2019? I think around 2019. Then it was like really bad, really crappy. Then they took like a whole year of maintenance. Then they relaunched opbr, I think, in 2020. So and you can even go and check on what was it? I think it was Forgiven Relief video. Nah, Forgiven Relief, bro, the goated. Nah, that man's goated, bro. I think I'm still on this comment section from like 4 or 5 years ago, which is crazy. Nah, shout out to Forgiven Relief, Shanks, the true OG opbr YouTubers, bro. Goated, man. Let's get into it. So I think my opinion is pretty valid. So I'm gonna rank them on like based on the characters and their pricing and how they were made, how on the meta and all that stuff. I'm not going to do like events and challenge battle, all that, because it's kind of the same shit almost every time. It's just a little boss battle and that's it. They call it anniversary, so I'm not going to rate it off like events and shit like CB, because it's always the same stuff. So yeah, I'm not going to rate it off that, but yeah, let's get into it. First anniversary. First anniversary was, man, that thing was, it was very interesting. We got Blackbeard first as the EX, and around January 21st he cost around 750 gems, man. 750 gems, that's a bounty fest nowadays. You could legit get an EX back in the day, man. That's insane. So that was the very first anniversary in the whole game. So it was something new. We didn't know what to expect, but we got Blackbeard. He was like stupid broken, bro. Like nobody could even fight him. Like he was crazy. I think back then it was Wano Zoro, the blue Wano Zoro. He was broken. Green Kaido was also there, Red Kata. So mostly like Doubtful users, and Blackbeard does extra damage Doubtful users, so he was like really broken. And after that, for the second part, we got Blue Shanks. For him, I think they did like you could get both for 750 if I'm remembering correctly. I think you could get both for 750 because they had like the same banner, like something like that. I forgot, but I think you could get both for 750, which is crazy. So the first anniversary for both characters were good. Meta wise also, they dropped in like perfectly. Well, Blackbeard was kind of toxic as fuck. Not kind of, he was very toxic, but I'll say first anniversary was good. Top tier, I don't know about that, because but I'll say it was good. Characters were good, prices was good, all that. So yeah, I will put that in good. Alright, we got 1.5. Like I said, during 1.5 I did take kind of a little bit of break, but I did something on Blue Big Mom. I did play a little bit. So we got Blue Big Mom that came with the green defender category. Blue Big Mom was 1.5k, so that's where the prices kind of went like really crazy. So 1.5k. I'm actually surprised. I thought Big Mom was like 1k first, but actually she's 1.5. I did my research, so yeah, I have like a little note written down because we have a lot of characters. So yeah, Blue Big Mom with Green Kata. During that time, Blackbeard was still going crazy, and Blue Big Mom was the counter. But if you were like really trying hard, you could still beat Blue Big Mom with Blackbeard. But Blue Big Mom was kind of like the counter because of the shock. Like even if you do your skill 2, she will shock you and stuff like that. But Blackbeard still was broken still, because his skills were hella like crazy. The Doubtful user stuff, increase damage to power users, all that stuff. It was just insane. And the second skill, pause. But yeah, Blue Big Mom, like I said, bro, this tier list is based on my opinion, so I'll say I'll put it on alright. I'll put it on alright. So for the 1.5, we only had Blue Big Mom as the EX, and we didn't have no secondary character. We just had Green Kata with Blue Big Mom banner. So yeah. Alright, so we got second anniversary. The first EX was Odin. Odin was actually very fun to use. He was a green runner. Man, that man was goated, bro. He was just Odin was goated. He was around 1.5k, same as Blue Big Mom actually. So, but I will say Odin is way better than Blue Big Mom. So I think that during that time we were lacking greens, I'm pretty sure. Then Odin came out, and everybody copped him because Odin is goated like that. Then after Odin, we got Roger. Roger came for 1.7k gems. That's actually crazy to think about. Roger, that man that was so broken, came for only 1.7k. That's insane. So Roger was shown. Actually, no, he came before the anime. I meant to say, like, he wasn't shown in the anime fully. Then he already came out in the game with the commissary and stuff. So that was kind of crazy. But I remember summoning on him, bro. It was like late night. I got shafted. I was so pissed. But before the guaranteed ticket, I got an extra copy. I was like, yo, ain't no way this shit trolling me right now. That shit was tough. Alright, so second anniversary, I think we had like a little boss battle. It's just a little boss battle shit every time. But second anniversary was decent. The characters and stuff, it was really good. Green Roger, Roger was broken as hell because it was commissaries everywhere. But that Rodin, not Rodin, yeah, it is Rodin. What am I talking about? That Rodin dual combo team. Oh my god, that thing was crazy, bro. I don't know if I want to put it top tier. I gotta think about this shit. Good. Like, bro, like both of them were really like goated. I'll put second anniversary as goated top tier personally, because I feel like those two characters were really fun to use. Even though Roger was really broken, Odin was really fun to use. Like, I'm telling you, boys. Alright, so we got 2.5. Alright, for 2.5 we have EX Akainu, that came out for 2.2k gems. So he is the first EX that kind of jumped around that 2k area for the gems. So 2.2k, he was the counter to Green Roger and Odin, and he was absolutely killing them because he was made for countering those guys. And also Oni Luffy, Green Oni Luffy, I remember he was there. Where I'm pretty sure Law and Kid were there. Yo, Kid was also so annoying during that time. I remember, bro. Kid was so broken. The Red Defender Kid. Like, his little spinning skill, that shit was mad annoying. Law was also pretty annoying. Then we had Red Usopp. Oh my god, I forgot about Red Usopp also. Yeah, Akainu was there to counter Red Usopp also because he had an extra life, but the Incinerate like absolutely killed him. So yeah, but overall, I'll say I think with the Akainu, it was Kobe and Santamaru who came out. Overall, character wise, he was really good. Price point, he was the first EX that jumped to 2k range. But 2.5, I think it was pretty good. I think I'll put it on good because we had two greens that were toxic, and Green Luffy and all those other guys from Wano. Well, Onigashima really. Then I kind of pulled up and put them all in place. I'm not gonna lie, but don't get it twisted. Roger was still being played though, even though Akainu was better. Roger was still getting played, but Roger just wasn't hitting as same as second anniversary because 0.5 usually counters them. So yeah. All right, so third anniversary. All right, so third anniversary is the first anniversary that we start getting pre-anniversary EXs. So what that means is like it's before the main anniversary EXs. So for example, in third anniversary, the first ever pre-EX was Yamato, the Red Runner Yamato, which was really interesting at that time. I don't think anyone saw that. I don't exactly remember because it's been a long time, but I remember her coming out. I know somebody was so pissed, bro. That man crashed out. But yeah, we got Yamato, Red Runner. She was 1.9k gems, so almost 2k. She had the counter, the Raime Hake, pretty good. It was kind of like made to counter Akainu, I'm pretty sure. But I don't think she did that much, because Akainu was busted, bro. I mean, you already know what the opbr, bro. Every single EX is busted. Alright, Yamato was 1.9k, so that was the pre-anniversary EX, the first ever. Then we had the second, or you could say like the first main anniversary EX, which was Blue Kaido. That cost around 2,250. So he's around the same price range as Akainu. Okay, so Blue Kaido, he was good, but he was only good for like 2 weeks or something like that, because Roger was there. And if you have played in second anniversary or even 2.5, then or overall, bro, Roger just slaps blue units for days. So Kaido was really struggling at that time, because Roger was there, but he was kind of tanky though. He was kind of tanky, but Roger will just slap you. So yeah, he was good for like maybe 2-3 weeks or something like that, until the next EX. So I think it was like 2 or 3 weeks around there. I remember very clearly, because I was a Roger abuser. Hey, bro. Hey, you can't blame me, bro. I was a Roger abuser. So yeah, Kaido came out for 2,250 gems. Like I said, he was solid, but only for like 2 to 3 weeks. But very good defender. The first EX defender that has a skill that will hit every single flag you have capped. So he was the first defender that actually had that skill. Alright, so after EX Kaido, we had the main anniversary EX for third anniversary, which was the Blue Luffy. He was the first unit that could switch, not like class, but like wait, he switched class, right? Oh yeah, actually I'm tripping. So yeah, he was like actually transforming and shit. He went from attacker to a runner, from bounce man into snake man into a runner. So that man Luffy, I even made a whole crash out video, you already know. Luffy, he didn't have no guaranteed, which means like he wasn't guaranteed at all with gems. He was guaranteed for $2,000, like a real life money. $2,000, like that shit is wild, gang. That shit is wild. Just for that, like I low-key want to put that shit in trash. But Luffy was good though. That boy was so glitchy, bro. I'm telling ya. Obviously, I summoned and I got shafted, and I crashed out on that video. If you know, you know. But yeah, bro, he was so glitchy, bro. He would get like such bullshit skills off and stuff like that, bro. I was running around with a Kainu on that Luffy meta, because I skipped Kaido because I knew something crazy was coming, and I wasted all my gems like an idiot, and I got shafted. So I was basically cooked. But Roger was there, but yeah, man, like I don't know, Luffy was just crazy. Especially running a Kainu back in that day. Nah, that shit was not it. But I was actually cooking them, because I'm just like that with the Kainu. But yeah, Luffy was actually like crazy. Got fucking glitches for days. But for overall anniversary wise, I was like Yamato was pretty good too. Kaido was decent. Luffy, nah, that shit was a scam, bro. I low-key want to put it in trash, because bro, imagine putting a price tag of $2,000 on a opbr, well, not even opbr, a mobile gaming, like, bro, what? And that shit is crazy. I'll put that shit on trash. I don't care, bro. I don't care if you got Luffy and 50 gems. I didn't ask. But yeah, I'll say third anniversary was low-key doodoo, because of that Luffy price range, which is insane to me. Oh, and also I forgot to say, JP had them guaranteed for 4,000 gems in global. Nah, we didn't get anything, no love over here. So that shit was low-key mad racist. So yeah, that shit was chopped, bro. Alright, the third anniversary is the first anniversary to go in trash, because that shit was chopped. Alright, we got 3.5 anniversary. We had 2 EXs for the very first time. That was the first 0.5 anniversary that we had 2 EXs. That was the first time. So for 3.5, we got first EX as Z. So Z was 1.9k gems. He was really good actually. He was a counter to Luffy, Red Yamato kinda, Blue Kaido. I mean, Blue Kaido he wasn't even playing like that much, but Yeah, he was mainly a counter to Blue Luffy because he had like a bunch of knockdowns and all that stuff, extra damage, color advantage against Luffy, So he was just an overall counter to Luffy, mainly the Blue Luffy. And Z cost around 1.9k. He was really good actually, and he could handle like Roger. Akainu again, yeah, Akainu also, yeah, he did pretty good, but Akainu wasn't really being played that much because Luffy existed, so yeah. Z was really good the first time when he came out. Then after Z, and then the very next month we got Green Shanks, which was 3k, 3k gems. I think Green Shanks is the very first EX that cost 3k gems. He's the first EX to even touch the 3k range. So of course there was Glaze Shanks. We had the movie Red, with Shanks and Shanks' daughter and all that shit. And me personally, I would say 3.5 was peak anniversary, because the content we're getting on that anniversary was wild. Let me just go ahead and put that shit up and go to the top tier real quick. Even though, don't get it twisted, even though Shanks was toxic and people don't like him, he kind of killed the game. But the content we're getting between like Z and like until we got Shanks, like in between the gap, bro, we're getting a new character every week. We got Shiki, we got Tessero, we got somebody else, we got Boa, we got like hella movie characters, bro. It was like content like this, bro. It was like content. Like I was like, bro, what's going on? Like, bro, y'all had to be playing at that time to just know about that shit. Every week there was a new character, bro. Every week. That shit was crazy. But yeah, Green Shanks was for 3k, and you already know how that story goes. Shanks was crazy. You can teleport over half the map with your skill. You had invincibility, running hockey man skill, crazy broken, toxic as hell, cutting your HP, everything, bro. This man was like wild, bro. We had never seen anything like that before. This man will legit fucking cut your HP down, bro. Like, bro, what? So yeah, that was very crazy. So that was 3.5. In my opinion, I think 3.5 is one of the most peak anniversary for me personally, content wise, everything. Like even though Shanks was toxic as hell, he was like really, he was him. Alright, so we got 4th anniversary. So 4th anniversary, in 4th anniversary, the first EX or the pre-EX was Big Mom, Red Defender Big Mom. That could also switch into a runner, so Defender to runner, and she was 1.8k gems. So she was actually cheaper than Z and Yamato from the third anniversary, and Z from 3.5. So she was actually cheaper than those guys. Big Mom cost 1.8k as the first pre-anniversary EX for the 4th anniversary, which was crazy. And I'm not gonna lie, I was a victim. I did think Big Mom was a big bait, but you kind of see, we'll talk about it, why she really wasn't. And a lot of people did fumble, but we don't talk about that. Alright, so Big Mom was 1.8 as the first pre-anniversary for 4th Annie. Then for the second, or like the main anniversary, first EX, whatever you want to say, I'll just say second, we had Kaido, Green Runner Kaido or Hybrid Kaido for 2.5k gems. So Green Kaido, honestly, in my opinion, he was so fun, bro. And I got that man for 150 gems, no flex, no flex, for 150 gems. He was so fun, bro. I had like 15 game win streak with him right away after getting him. He was so goated, bro. Big Mom was kind of like a counter, but you could still like get wins and shit. Like, bro, he was just crazy. You could teleport. He had an invincibility skill, anti-heal. His normals was great. He had anti-heal in his normals. He was honestly like goated. So yeah, after Kaido, we got the main EX, which was Red Attacker Zoro for 3.2k. So Zoro is the first character that went higher from 3k. Shanks was 3k, Zoro was 3.2k. Alright, for Zoro, he was good for sure. He was the first character that, and I think still now, we haven't gotten any EX besides Zoro that can switch into every single color. So Zoro can be red, blue, green, based off his skill 2, or whatever you get hit by. I kind of forgot, but yeah, Zoro is the first EX till now, till this day, 2025, to be the first EX like that can change into every single color. So yeah, Zoro was 3.2k. He was the final EX for 4th Annie, but surprisingly, they fumbled Zoro's kit. In my opinion, I will say they fumbled Zoro's kit, because Zoro had like this other skill. I'm not sure. I don't remember the name because it's been a long time. But he had this like dragon claw something skill. They should have put that instead of like Ashura or something else. Well, Ashura, nah, that needs to be there. But like the little, like the sword flying skill, like that didn't need to be in there. Like they fumbled his kit, I think. But the color switching mechanic was really like new and unique. But overall, the best character or the best EX from the 4th anniversary was actually Red Big Mom. Yeah, Kaido I would say was the least, like he was good, but against 2 red EXs, you kind of aren't really doing that much as a green runner. I mean, don't get into it, you could still win games with Kaido, but it would just be hard because Big Mom was really broken. Big Mom had like hella skills, bro. You could switch from defender to runner, you can switch runner to defender and just get them skills back and just spam. Like, bro, you would just be spamming with Big Mom. Like, it was crazy. And Zoro was, like I said, he was really good, bro, and he switches colors and stuff. So yeah, 4th anniversary was pretty good. But I'll say, yeah, I'll put it on good. Because they fumbled Zoro's kit, but bro, Green Kaido was so goated. I didn't really care about Big Mom because she's mid. But yeah, overall, in terms of character design and everything, I think 4th anniversary was really balanced, but they kind of fumbled on Zoro's kit, in my opinion. If they didn't fumble on Zoro's kit, this is obviously top tier, I'll say. Alright, so we got 4.5 anniversary, 4.5, the big one, alright? So 4.5 pre-anniversary EX was Yamato again. And remember how I said in the first very EX Yamato, people were really pissed, and we got second one. So people were pissed again, bro. Because, what did Yamato do to get like 2 EXs again? Like, that's one from 3rd anniversary, another in 4.5. So they were crashing out. Even I was crashing out because it was like, bro, it doesn't make sense. Like, what's up with this Yamato glazing? So we got the hybrid Yamato for 2.5k gems. 2.5. I think she was the first pre-anniversary EX that cost more than 2k gems. Yeah, she was, because the red runner Yamato was 1.9, Z was 1.9, Big Mom was 1.8. So yeah, pre anniversary 4.5 hybrid Yamato was 2.5k. She was good. She was made to counter Zoro and Big Mom with their frostbite skill, and it did work. Especially on Big Mom, but Zoro was actually like, it did work on Zoro also, but if he switched to greens, it's kind of GG's. But yeah, Yamato was pretty solid. She had a shield. I think, was she the first EX to have a shield? I think so, yeah. So yeah, she was the first anniversary EX to have a shield. Then after hybrid Yamato, we got Claw. So Claw was actually the very first unit to have a dual switchable mechanic. I still remember making that video. I think I was actually the first one that actually thought about that shit. And back in the day, I was telling people, bro, like, because we were playing Dragon Ball Legends at that time, because Legends was goated. The blue boys, it was like Blue Super Saiyan Goku and Vegeta, and you could switch. So I was like, yo, what if opbr does something like that? Like, you could switch in between the characters, like you can play both of them instead of just bringing them out for a skill. So yeah, and it did happen. So Claw, it was Kid and Onigashima Law from the from the one arc when they were fighting Big Mom. So they did cost 3.2k. So that's around the same price range as Zoro. Zoro was also 3.2k. So yeah, we already knew the next one in the 4.5 anniversary was gonna be hella expensive. But yeah, Claw was really good. The Claw were actually like really fun to use also. Kind of toxic also, because you know they had so many skills and shit, but like actually like a really fun EX to use. Alright, after Claw we had the big boy G5, and everybody kind of knew that G5 was coming because you know he was shown in the anime. He fought Kaido, you know, that was peak of One Piece, I would say. But they kind of ruined the reviews. Also, I forgot to say that for the Zoro also. So, and also for the Big Mom, all that shit got leaked before the stream. Zoro got leaked, Big Mom got leaked, G5 got leaked, G5's whole trailer got leaked. So like we already knew who he was gonna be even before the stream came out. So like, you know, there was like no hype. I mean, people were still hyped because it's G5, you know, but like we already saw the trailer, gang. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, G5 was around 3.8k, so he was the first EX to like be that expensive ever. 3.8k is hella expensive, bro. That's almost 4k gems. 4k is nuts for one character. You know how many bounty quests those are, bro? But G5 was really good. But in my opinion, hear me out, I feel like Z5, he should have been something else, bro. Starting off as a defender was really not it. How you gonna make the most free character like to stay in one treasure area? Like, bro, you telling me he can only stay in the treasure area for the whole game? Like, bro, are you cracked? Like, yo, why is he a defender, the most freest man on earth? Like, hello? But yeah, G5 3.8k, he was really good. He was kind of made to counter Claw and Hybrid Yamato. He also countered Zoro, even though Zoro was red. But Zoro could also clap him, but you know, Zoro didn't have no status effects, so his Kaminari will shock Zoro and stuff like that. But yeah, overall G5 was really good, but Claw was also very good. In terms of that, I will say they did kind of fumble with the G5, but they're actually like really good still. Claw was the very first switchable unit. For that, I think I'll put them in good. I don't know if I'm like being too nice. Definitely let me know if I'm being too nice, bro. But I think that's fine though. 4.5 is, you know, it was different. They brought out different stuff. Alright, so let's move on to the 5th anniversary. Alright, so for the 5th anniversary, the pre-EX was Ace and Yamato dual unit. So the very second dual unit right away in the next anniversary. So it was Ace and Yamato, you know, which is basically, it makes around 3 EXs for Yamato, which made no sense. The glazing was non-stop. We were sick of this shit. Yamato back-to-back anniversaries, he didn't do shit. Like, there were, bro, JP people were like just glazing, you know. But it is what it is, and we can't do anything about it, you know. But we did kind of get also a Ace EX, but you know, it's with Yamato, but whatever, you know. You could kind of count it as an Ace EX, I guess. But they were costing 3.5k. Bro, a pre-anniversary EX costing 3.5 is nuts. That's more than EX Claw that came out, which cost 3.2. They cost 3.5k, which is crazy. And I wailed on that shit. I don't know why I did it. Don't ask me. I don't understand myself, but it happened, and we moved past that. But yeah, 3.5k switchable unit, hella damage. Yamato was, you know, of course, broken. Ace was also very good, but I think Yamato was the better unit out of those two. But yeah, very decent, you know. They were made to kind of counter G5, which they kind of did their thing, because, you know, the red against the green, hella damage, they were attacker. But against G5, he did catch you lacking with the Kaminari and Bajrangan. You know, it's kind of tough, but overall I think Yamato and Ace were really good. Alright, then after Yamato and Ace, we got Whitebeard. We got Light element Whitebeard. The introduction of the newest elements. Whitebeard, the first ever light element EX, which cost 3.2k. So Whitebeard was cheaper than the Yamato and Ace, which made no sense. So for the Whitebeard one, we actually got a little backstory. So Whitebeard was originally supposed to be getting an EX. We originally thought we were gonna get a Prime Whitebeard EX during 2nd anniversary, when the One Piece anime had the backstory going on for Oden. We thought it was gonna be Roger and Whitebeard as EXs. I mean, we knew Oden was gonna be there, but like, you know, we thought like Whitebeard was gonna be there because, you know, that's legit Prime Whitebeard, bro. But we got Prime Whitebeard as a Bounty Fest in 2nd anniversary. After I think, yeah, it was after the 2nd anniversary, as a counter to Roger and Oden, but he really wasn't a counter like that. So after all those years, from 2nd anniversary all the way till 5th, we didn't get no Whitebeard. No love for him. We got EX Whitebeard finally as a light element defender. He was the first ever EX with the new elements. He was very good, you know. In the beginning, yes, he was very good. He was kind of toxic also, because, you know, he had the same skill as Blue Kaido, which he had like a rock skill that pops up in the treasure area, whichever you have capped already. So yeah, he was a really good defender when he came out, and you can spam his skills. The Shimmer one with the both punches, forgot the name, you already know how it goes. But yeah, he cost around 3.2k. He was decent, but we really didn't know what was coming up next after Whitebeard, and there was a demon coming, bro. That man was a demon, and the demon that I'm talking about is Dark Element Runner Roger, which cost just 3k, the cheapest EX out of the 5th anniversary. Cheaper than Yamato and Ace, cheaper than Whitebeard. Didn't make sense to me, but we all took it because it was Roger. And also during this time, I was really confused, because in that time in One Piece anime, we had Blackbeard, Yonko Blackbeard fighting Law, and he was clapping Law cheeks. And we didn't get no Blackbeard. Like, we've been waiting for Blackbeard for years. He was in the leaks around, like, I think maybe he was on 2.5 anniversary. And not on 2.5, but I'm saying like the leaks. He was on the leaks around like that time. We was waiting from 2.5 to 3, 3.5, 4, 5, all that. You know how it goes. Then we really thought like on 5th anniversary, okay, he might really actually come, because in the anime he's actually showing up and doing stuff. But no, we got a Roger, which made no sense. But if you look at it, it kind of makes sense, but because it was kind of like, I guess, flashback theme or something. I don't really understand, but yeah, we got Roger and Whitebeard. Oh, it was from the scene where remember when in One Piece, like, Whitebeard was about to die and Roger and him were drinking? It was from that scene right there. So yeah, but I don't know how the Yamato got there. Like, brother, hello. So Roger was 3k. This man was a freaking demon, bro. You couldn't stop him from capping the treasure. He would just stun you in your face and take the flag. Like, how are you supposed to stop that demon? And Whitebeard, oh my days, they did that man so dirty. You know how I said it? We waited ages for Whitebeard EX. We waited all that time just for Roger to come out next and absolutely slap the dog shit out of him. He was like useless. You couldn't do shit against Roger. You just stand there, let Roger take the flag in your face and just say GG's, you got it. And just a reminder, Roger was cheaper than Whitebeard. And overall, I feel like this anniversary was shit, because we didn't need the Roger EX again. We really didn't need it, because it was just overall copy and paste skills. Whitebeard was okay. Whitebeard deserved it, but like, he got clapped, bro. He got clapped. He was absolutely useless after Roger's release. Yamato and Ace they're alright, but you know, the part about Yamato is like, she really didn't deserve to be there. And Ace, I mean, you could debate that also, but Ace is alright, I guess. He's still a donut. Roger, that shit was all copy and paste, and the character that was with Roger was, I think, Dark Element Rayleigh, and Rayleigh was, oh my days, really was so bad, bro. These guys were legit copy and paste. They were the same freaking character from their version 1. They just copy and paste the codes and shit, and change the little outfit a little bit, and call it a day. Like, that shit was really trash. I'll say 5th anniversary was straight doodle, in my opinion. 3 anniversary EX was S-Snake, a Seraphim, which we didn't understand, because there was who else was it? Now, of course, we all thought it was going to be Blackbeard again. Well, I guess me, you know, but so we got S-Snake, Seraphim, while we had better options out there for EX. And we already knew this was all because, you know, of the Sims, of the JP Sims that happened. But she actually cost 2.5k gems, which was actually same as Hybrid Yamato on 4.5. On 5th Annie, Yamato and Ace cost 3.5. On 5.5, S-Snake cost 2.5. So yeah, she was kind of cheaper. But yo, bro, she was toxic as hell. She was a defender who could just hold the normal skill and teleport to flag that you have capped. Like, bro, what is that? What is that? That shit is crazy. And she had a 3 like dodge. Like, you couldn't even touch her, bro. She gets mad heals. She turns you into stone. Like, bro, this little mellow shit. Oh my days, bro. I still get nightmare about that shit. So she was made to counter Roger, and which she did. And also Yamato and Ace, because, you know, Yamato and Ace didn't have nullify status effect. So yeah, she was going crazy, gang. Like, she was a blue defender too. You know, Yamato and Ace was cooked. Whitebeard didn't even exist, so we don't care. Roger, you know, S-Snake was made to counter Roger, which she did for 2.5k gems. So for 5.5 we had Lucci. Now Lucci, some people thought Lucci was gonna be trash, but I already knew. So after I saw that trailer, but I knew he was gonna be gas, even though I didn't summon on him, because I was waiting for someone's rat ass. But I should have summoned on Lucci. Lucci was crazy, bro. He equal switched. He was really fun. His skills was great. He had this little pinpoint skill. You can teleport there, switch into attacker, go into runner. You could fight almost anyone. This man, if you fought in the treasure area, this man gets like hella heals. He has status effect like by 80% or something. Like, he was just great overall, bro. His normals was nice as hell. Like, I'm telling you, bro, he was a real winner from 5.5 anniversary. So he was 2.8k. Then we had Shanks, the light element runner, the Kamushari Shanks, which I summoned for, and I kind of regret it because I thought that Shanks was gonna be an attacker. We all thought that he was gonna be more broken, which he wasn't. I guess they kind of learned from their mistake from the other Shanks. But bro, this Shanks is dookie. This Shanks is dookie. For me personally, I didn't like his normals. His skills are alright. The Kamusari is, you know, it's just, you know, it's a whatever. It's Kamusari, copy and paste. But yeah, he was 3.8k. Almost, he's the same. Not almost. He's the same as price as G5. Isn't that funny how, for me personally, I'm saying, like, I didn't like G5. I didn't like Shanks. Like, bro, I don't like the expensive ass EXs, bro. Nah, that's a fact. So Shanks was 3.8k. He was a good runner, decent runner, you know. Like, element were supposed to be the big bad thing because they had advantage over every single element beside dark, but dark were just too powerful, bro. So Roger was still going crazy at that time, but you know, S-Snake was there and also Lucci, but Shanks was basically like a counter to S-Snake, but really wasn't. S-Snake would still clap you, but if you're like a really good player, I guess you could have Snake. But yeah, man, but I think the clear winner from 5.5 was Lucci, in my opinion. Alright, so let's move on to, actually no, I gotta rank them. What am I doing, bruh? Nah, I would say 5.5 was alright. I think I'll give it all. It was alright. Cause S-Snake really didn't deserve it. Just a simp unit. Lucci was only the real winner. He was very nice. Shanks, I feel like he was whatever, like really didn't cook. So we got the last anniversary and the most recent anniversary, which is the 6th anniversary. So for the 6th anniversary pre-anniversary EX, we got Garp. We got Hachinoshu Garp that was fighting against Kuzan. So Garp actually cost 3.2k gems, which is a lot for a first EX to be. Well, Yamato and Ace cost 3.5, so you can't even say that. But yeah, Garp was 3.2k. He had a shield also. This man has a whole nuke skill that can one shot basically the whole team if they're near you. But it's a guaranteed one shot if you get hit by a hit. And once he gets his stacks, bro, it's basically GG's. It's GG's. He's crazy. Dark element. He's also a dark element attacker. Dark elements are always better than light element. This is my personal thing I say. Never summon on light element again, because these light elements characters or EXs are frauds, bro. They're straight frauds. And they always cost a lot too. Well, Whitebeard didn't cost that much, but well, no, he did cost 3.2k. What am I talking about? But yeah, Garp cost 3.2k. He was toxic. He was a Shanks counter. Lucci, well, you could fight Garp with Lucci. It was 50-50. But yeah, he was also a snake counter. So yeah, Garp was really good, and he was just toxic as fuck also. But then after Garp, we got Kuzan for 2.8k gems. For Kuzan, he was actually the first defender that I actually had really fun with. Like, cause I don't really enjoy defenders because you have to stay in one like treasure area, and I don't really like that shit. He was 2.8k gems, same as Lucci actually. I just noticed that. So he can teleport on the little flying skill. Then he has what's the thing, bro? It's not Ice Age. No, I think it is Ice Age. Yeah, it is Ice Age. Then he also has the same shit as Whitebeard and Blue Kaido, which he puts like a little attack in every single treasure you have capped. That shit is toxic. This man freezes you. You cannot move. He does hella damage. Against Garp, you can also clap Garp, but if Garp is stacked up, it's kind of GG's, bro. You cannot let Garp get stacked up. But Kuzan, I would say, is overall a better character. Again, overall over Garp. Last and the final EX for 6th anniversary was Sabo Green Runner. That cost 3.6k gems. 3.6k, boys. Woof. That's crazy. Alright, so Sabo, Green Runner, has a little running skill, in his little fire state or fire body, whatever you want to say, is good because that those skills are usually very nice on the runners because they're supposed to be fast and get the treasure. So his thing is basically he has a state like Akainu's Magmax state. He has a Mirror state, not Mirror. What the heck? Flame state. Yeah, something like that. So you can basically get status notification, and you can just go into any treasure, just walk in and grab the treasure. And the thing with Sabo is that he's the first character that you can do infinite counter. You see what's going on? I feel like this is going to be toxic as hell in the future because they will add this to more EXs in the future for sure. So it's going to be toxic as fuck. He's the very first character, I'll say, the first character that can do infinite amount of counters, which is insane. His damage is also really good. He was made to, who was he made to counter, bro? I would say he kind of claps Lucci, S-Snake also. Garp, he does a lot of damage also. Against Kuzan, I would say it's kind of 50-50. Kuzan is actually really tanky and all that, but overall in terms of winning games, it's between Sabo and Kuzan. Kuzan is just so broken that like Sabo, it should be Sabo that I should be saying that for, but Kuzan is just so stupid and broken, bro. It's crazy. Like all three of these guys, well, I wouldn't save Sabo. I mean, Sabo is broken, but he's not broken like Kuzan and Garp. If Garp is stacked up, Garp is the most brain dead character, but Kuzan is also brain dead as fuck. So yeah, Sabo, I would say, you know, he's good. He's good. Don't get it twisted. He's good, but yo, 3.6k, goddamn. Alright, let's rate 6 anniversary because I feel like I will yap a lot. I won't say this is trash. Alright. Nas, good. I don't know about top tier. And also, like, the current state of the game, bro, is really bad. Because, like, you know, these guys are toxic as hell. So, I don't know. I feel like 6th anniversary, more than any other anniversary, I feel like it's hella cancer, bro. I don't know. For me personally, I feel like I don't even want to do my dailies, but I don't even be opening up the game. Like, shit is kind of wild. Like, as Snake was like annoying and shit, and I only had like Shanks and Roger and stuff like that, I was still playing. But now I have every single EXs from the 6th anniversary, and I'm not playing that like that. Like, the game isn't fun, bro. It's just not hitting. It's just like Kuzan every match, Kuzan Garp Sabo, Kuzan Garp Sabo. Like, it's kind of the same shit for every other anniversary, but it's like, it's just different with 6th anniversary, bro. I would say 6th anniversary good. I would say 6th anniversary good. Yeah, I'll put them at good. So I think this is overall my list. Let me see if I want to readjust something real quick. Alright, 3.5 2nd anniversary. Alright, that shit valid. 1st anniversary, I think I might say alright, because you know it was the 1st anniversary. You know, we really didn't have that much going on. Just the first years of Blackbeard and Shanks, they were really cheap and kind of good, but Blackbeard was stupid and broken, bro. So I think I was put them on alright. 2.5 was a Kainu. It was only a Kainu also. I don't know if I want to put it on good. Yeah, Kainu Glaze. 6th anniversary 4.5, 4th 2.5, 5.5, 1.5, 1st Annie. I don't know, bro. Blackbeard was just toxic as fuck. Trash 3rd Annie in 5th. Yeah, for the trash, nah, that shit is valid as hell. I don't know if I want to put 1.5 in trash. I think Blue Big Mom. Yeah, I might move 1.5 to trash. Because Blackbeard was actually still going crazy back then. So Blue Big Mom was a counter, but she wasn't, like, you know. I said, like, I don't remember that much because, you know, I took a little break during that time. But yeah, let me know if you guys think this shit valid or not. Also, if you want to do the tier list yourself, I think I made this shit public. It's called like opbr all tier list, all Annie. So yeah, or you could just search like opbr One Piece Bound Rush and it will pop up. So yeah, man, let me know what you guys think. I think I'm gonna leave it at that. You know, tier list is all opinion based and shit. So yeah, man, this is what I will rank all the anniversaries at. Let's see what 6.5 has for us. Hopefully it will be in goated and top tier. But yeah, man, I think I'm gonna leave it at that. Let me know what you guys think. Leave a like, subscribe, all that, and we are out. Peace.